once, I'm ready on time. Hmm. Yes, but no ruler rules forever. No king rules forever. Yes, but he didn't. Exactly, Arthur didn't either. It was his father, actually, but close enough. What, Elena Tyrell or Diana Rigg? Oh yeah, she was awesome. Very agile in her youth in a cat suit, and one of my favourite Bond girls. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, we did a stream about it. We did a sort of X-Men analysis thing weekly. Because I was the sort of stick in the mud who didn't like it. Because I was like, this. Because I was. Yeah, we had our theories about season 2. I can't remember what they were, but my yeah, yeah, I think so. We 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 said that he would become Death, not RoboCop. Well, him. Oh, you're on about Cobra Kai? I'm not sure if I've seen it or not because it wasn't very memorable. Yeah, and the whole tournament, going to the thingy tournament, and yeah, was there? Was there? Yeah, but what was it? Yeah, what was this AI thing that you're saying is like not quite? Uh, I know. It came out at a weird time. Yeah. So what was this big controversial AI decision they decided to do? Okay, so you assume it's AI. Okay. Well, what was it? Uh, well, yeah, the actor's dead. Archive footage, yeah. It might have been from a deleted scene. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just a because it's like a flashback, isn't it? Mr. Miyagi appearance in Cobra Kai. Mr. Miyagi appears in Cobra Kai during season 6, during a dream sequence, during dream sequences and archival footage. Because Pat Morita passed away in 2005, they used body doubles, archival audio, and AI technology. So yeah, they use a bit of AI, and it's basically for a dream sequence. Yeah. Coin. Okay, not only did they um so basically they did the usual legal thing where they go and chat with the chat with his family, but also um Ralph. Basically, Daniel, the actor who plays Daniel, Ralph Macchio, actually went there and had a chat with them to explain the full what they were doing, so they understood exactly what they were doing. So they used a body double, a sound-alike actor, and then used some of his actual voice and merged that with the sound alike to make basically what is essentially a hybrid of the two using AI, um, which is how they merged it all together. Which, yeah, that kind of makes sense. And they had, as I said, they had the full family's consent. They explained it to the family as well, so there wasn't any kind of like Hollywood pulling the wool over their eyes. It sounds like it was done completely respectfully. Well, when it's a legacy actor who's well respected and has sadly passed away, that well, his character was dead as well, so yeah. Well, see, I think when it's something like that and they've got the family's consent and the family understand what's being done, I think it's generally all right. And it's not used in a frivolous way. It's done in a way that would be respectful to the actor. It's not like bringing back someone for a hack freaking role. It's the sort of thing that he wouldn't have had a problem with. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, I know. It sounded okay. Let's get started. Post office slash hardware store. It's kind of quaint. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our next session of D&D. I know we've been sitting on the about to start soon thing for a little while, but I had to clear up a AI issue, which you might have heard. I'm not sure if I muted myself or not. But either way, yeah, we're here now. So I hope none of my players are suffering from the dreaded effects of heat stress or heat syncope. Um, oh, yes, heat syncope. No one knows what heat syncope is. Oh God! Look, I didn't even realise I had it. Right. I went on my shelf so I could find this, which one, which is a game which came out about the same time as 3.5, called D20 Modern. There are about 20 books for this game, and it's basically D&D set in the modern age with modern weapons. There is a book for this, which I don't have, called Ultra Modern Firearms. And it turns out my copy of this book is absolutely trashed. So I will probably pick up a new one at some point, or at least the Ultra Modern Firearms book. It was then, while I was looking on my shelf for that book, that I discovered I also have this Horde of the Dragon Queen. Horde of the Dragon Queen. I feel like I should. I feel like I should spit every time I mention it. Like, oh, it's just unclean. Although then again, you know, it's not really had an inspiration on our campaigns. You know, this other book has. I'm not sure if anyone would recognise it though. This one's definitely. This book, on the other hand, had a lot more influence on the campaign. Very special book. No, because I'm not. No, because I'm not Dorian Gray. Yes, but cheaper than the regular edition. The limited edition version of Eve of Ruin I got for cheaper than the regular version by like £3. But yes, it turns out I actually have Horde of the Dragon Queen. I feel dirty. No, it's terrible. Well, I didn't realise I bought it. You've got to remember, Jack, this book has been out for over 10 years. I bought it at some point, probably 5 or 6 years ago, before I even started running a game of D&D. So I had no idea how bad it was. Mm. Yes. Oh, and the Demogorgon. Yeah, it was the Demogorgon first, you know, but not the true Demogorgon, the weird vagina monster. But, well, helps if I'm actually on the right map. Okay, conference map. Okay, so the party was about to head off onto the chase map. So, well, question one. Oh, did I actually upload the picture? Yes, I did. So let's get the correct icon for your fifth wife. Your wife number 5, who is currently called Murder Wife 5. Well, like I said, no, they'll do that to him. Right, so let's get you onto the chase map. We want Plains Chase Map 1. Hello, Pepsi Phil. Hold on. If CM Punk is Pepsi Phil, does that mean I have to call my Phil cup of tea Phil? She's not here, but I just thought I'd say, like, does that mean I should refer to her as cup of tea Phil? Cup of tea. She likes the um. Sorry, I'm just putting everyone on their walls. Um. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Skippy. Retard. Being flanked by the wives. There we go. But yes, her beverage of choice is at the moment Yorkshire tea toffee flavour. There's like a toffee flavour. No, yeah, it's like it's kind of like a candy floss toffee flavour. Yes, that would be kind of weird. That's why I just said cup of tea Phil because of the whole Pepsi Phil, for CM Punk. Because in one of his early interviews, he does call him Coke Machine Phil. Because I know I asked Murray about it because I was like, why did he call him Coke Machine? So, like, what's. But, yes. Okay, so, as I explained it before, the. Um, well, I'll have to move you onto the map a little bit. But once you get to a certain stage on the map, it will turn into a rolling map. And the map will move and you won't move. So as long as you maintain your normal speed, you will stay where you are on the map. If you exceed that speed, you will move forward. If you go lower in it, you will start to sink backwards with the map. So, um, you're heading away from the camp of the conference camp, heading back towards the forest, and back towards base. So, who's going to go first, and are they going to pull anything to increase their speed? Sprint action? Well, it'd be your wolves conducting the sprint action because you're riding your wolves. So technically, you would still maintain your action. So for potential defensive things. Um, okay, so just to make it clear, your wolves have a speed of 40 feet, which doubles to 80. So, oh, it must be the. Okay, so it must have been one of them has a lower one because I checked. I think it was Jacob. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Hold on, let me just check the others to see if they've got a. I might have added the override to the other ones to increase it. Yes, it's looking like I did. I can quickly fix that. That won't take much. Yeah, sure, that's fine. So it'll just take me a second to customize. Walking 50 feet. Yeah, all fixed. What was the other thing I was going to say? Yes, I have also increased the old wolf's potency in combat. Like the items I gave you a couple of weeks ago weren't working correctly. I've subsequently corrected that mistake. So they now get their proper +2 to attack and +2 damage to their attacks. Now that's on all of their moves. Um, so you'll notice that there's a little star by their attacks. That's where I've done that, where I've customized them. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's just where I've gone in and changed that. So, okay. So I believe it was Charleston said he was going to move his wall first. So go ahead. Charleston's just moving his wolf up. Uh, yeah. Yeah, that's a tough old hill, especially in this heat. Yeah. I get the same in the cold. It's like the oxygen just isn't as effective. Mm. So yeah. Oh yeah. Walker's a big guy. He has big clothes. And also a case full of minis and stuff. And scenery and things. Uh, well, okay, I believe it was Scarred Heart you said they were going to move next. So, yeah. Sorry, Braveheart. Sorry, I'll also just move Skibby back so he's riding his wolves back instead of on their head. It's all right. It's all right. Unless you want to ride your wolf on their head, I think you'll find it uncomfortable. I don't think your wolf would like it. So yes, Braveheart. Are you gonna move? Yeah, that's 80 feet. Well, you can move up to 100 feet because 50 doubled. Okay. And Kinryu. Yes. And I've corrected your speed. Yeah. think so. So did you want us to move you up to the...
No matter which way I go, they go different. Come on, you caravan first. Just for delivery.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I've just moved you up with the others.
Oh, no.
Okay, and your wives?
Bloody tyres in this wheelbarrow there. Be trouble, wouldn't it? Come on, you both need to come on.
Okay. Okay, yeah, they're caught up. Okay. Okay, the area in front of you looks relatively clear. Well, it looks clear, basically, as far as you can see. Did you want to basically repeat the same thing moving on to into your next turn? Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Well, yeah, it's not going to say. It's not going to say safe for long. A bit like the newest member of Kinryu's Wives, who's a cleric. She'd be a good one to stay beside you as well, as said, because she's your other healer. Yeah. So the sensible course would probably be for Braveheart or Kinryu to take point, and the other one to whichever one the other one is to, well, actually for both of them to take point, and so yeah, you can just accelerate the 100 and get just ahead of him. Hmm? Sneaky Vectra. No, because you have to use your action to dash. Yes, because they are your characters. Well, the thing is, I can always roll for you because I can always roll some of them, and yeah. So if it gets too much, just ask me to roll a thing for you because I can always have multiple tabs open. Okay, so did you want to have Kinryu catch up? Well, what, behind Braveheart? Yeah. Well, you're not in the woods at the moment. You're on the plains, but yeah, that's all right. As I said, did you want me to just move them up as well? So we'll move. I'm going to move the cleric up beside Charleston. Okay, Bernadette will go to one. Bernadette and Brandy will go to one side. Sherry and Ryoko will go to the other side. So that if anything comes from behind you, you've got 4 shots effectively backwards. From effectively 1 shot from each of them. Um, I assume they'd be able to shoot backwards. Yeah, they should be able to. Well, to a degree, there'd be a bit of a blind spot. Okay. Right. Okay, so what was it you're doing? Okay. When you say you're having them catch up, what do you mean? Like, well, yeah, that's why I position. They're slightly more protected than Skibbity. Well, they're slightly more protected than Charleston, so that's why I put them at the rear. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So they're all together. So that's when um, the wives catch glimpse of a party of Shadowhorn hunters and support. Check their movement. Yeah. And they're starting combat. So I'll just have to make an encounter swiftly. So just give me a sec, because it's more the others who will start like encounter like I rolled, and it's like no, I haven't even made the encounter yet. Give me a sec. Calm down. And sometimes D&D Beyond just decides to just go, no, I'm not doing that for you. Like you click on the link and it just goes, yeah, I've finished loading. I haven't actually loaded anything, but I'm finished. Okay, so Shadowhorn Hunters. Okay, pretty much everyone's here aside from Arpanak, Hunt, Oculus. Oh, and Hazelhoof isn't here. Pages. Okay, so okay, running the encounter. So roll initiative. If you do, it would say Ollie, you're getting further and further away from your mic. Okay, I literally had turned you up to 170% and I still couldn't hear you. Yeah, Brotart's not never a problem, it just goes on. What did you get on Kinryu? 5. Okay, I can always just do an auto one for the others to save you having to. Yeah. Okay, I can always do that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, as I said, I can always roll it myself. Yeah, I just did. 23. Okay, so. Okay, so Brandy's first. Missing an item? Oh, okay. Oh. 600 long range, so we'll be at disadvantage. 165. The one that's moved up, Hunter A. Yeah, is in range. Um, in normal range, not long range. Yeah, that's a hit. So nothing. No. Mm. Yeah, that's a hit. No, it doesn't. If the creature is hit more than once with this property, the speed reduction does not exceed 10 feet. So how much damage did that do? 13. Okay, well, it's Bernadette next. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's another hit. Okay. Ryoko is next. Yeah. 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 Okay. Oh no, that was acrobatics. Okay. Yeah. Someone playing with a guitar. Yeah. Okay. Okay, is that all Ryoko can do? Okay. Okay, so Shadowhorn D is the one who's going to be moving next. Okay, it's going to move its 50. And it's going to start firing some shots into the wives. Starting with Brandy, because it's a straighter shot. So, okay, dirty 22 to hit. 14 piercing damage. And 11 necrotic damage. Okay, it's going to move. It's going to aim at the next of you. So it's going to fire a shot into Bernadette. And miss. And we got 13. And it's got one last attack, so 17. That's just in. Blackthorn longbows, nasty. So that's 13 damage, 13 piercing damage, and 5 necrotic. That's Shadowhorn D done. That's Shadowhorn E. It's going to come up to the same. Oh, let's get them the right way around. So I accidentally moved E instead of D, but they're in the same. They're the right way around now. Okay, same thing. So it's going to aim at the other two. It's going to aim at Sherry and then Ryoko. So first shot on Sherry. Dirty 25. 15 piercing. 7 necrotic. Second shot is going to be on Ryoko. Dirty 22. 14 piercing. 10 necrotic. And last one, I think I'll go after Sherry again. It's a straight shot. Oh shit! Crit. Crit damage. Oh freaking hell! 3 ones in a row. 12 crit damage from the piercing. And from the necrotic. Oh, another 2. Another 2 ones. 12 necrotic. And it's Sherry's turn. You might want to. You could always just move. Yeah. Well, yeah. There's. You don't have to just engage in fire with these. You can just try and outrun them. Yeah. Okay. She's booked it ahead of everyone at the moment. That's not really surprising because we're in a slightly different turn order. Yeah, but she is well out of range now because she just dashed 100 feet, so they would be at disadvantage shooting at her. That and they wouldn't aim at her anyway because there's closer targets. Okay, so Skibbity. So basically, Ollie's movement. Yeah, I'll put. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Uh, hmm. Okay, it's Braveheart's turn. Um, there are quite a few of them. Yeah, there's like 8 of them. Well, it's Braveheart's turn, not Fang's turn. Fang apparently got much lower, so it's effectively the cart before the horse on this one. He wouldn't be able to turn around anyway, unless he happens to jump off of his mount. Yes, and I really wouldn't recommend it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you've got a Twilight cleric amongst you. This is going to be the only turn you're going to get like peppered with shots. They will be able to do some business. What, Shield of Faith? That would be very helpful on. Well, it depends if you're going to be healing, or if Charleston is going to be healing. Putting that on the healer would be pretty useful, or putting it on your wolf would be useful as well. Because if you lost your wolf at this point, you'd be pretty much beached. I'm just throwing out different options. Like you got to consider that as strong as you are, your one weakness is your wolf. If your wolf is killed, you will probably die soon after. Because then you'll end up amongst all 4 of them, and they will. Well, actually, no, they might ride you down, or they might just ride past you. But you've got a war to stop. You got to think about democracy and the fact that you've got to get to. You've got a mission objective to get to. You've got to get the um, the true guardian to prove that Kinryu is the chosen of Motoro. the needs of the many. If the evil faction take over, there's a good chance they will then eventually go to war with Purin. Hmm. That's why I didn't say the greater good and said the needs of the many. Okay. So I'll mark that on Fang. Fang has 2 extra AC. No, but that would be a good one if they caught up. That would be a good large ditch. No. Well, like I said, consider your next turn and the fact that you're going to be controlling Fang in a little bit. So just think about what you'll do on Braveheart's next turn. Like maneuver yourself with Fang on Fang's turn, and then, as I said, you've kind of got it the wrong way. You've kind of unfortunately ended up with the cart before the horse with your initiative. It happens. It happens. So is that your turn done? Okay, so one of the Shadow Horns is next. It's their mages. Um, okay. Hmm. Oh, freaking adverts. No, I was trying to do a search on D&D Beyond, and it's like, and I was just getting an advert for the new Ravenloft book. Oh no, that's no use. Big spell time. Conjuration. What's the range? Out of range. Oh, it hasn't done its movement yet. So, yes, it's going to be 50. Okay, one of the ones that's not wearing a weapon or not carrying a visible weapon comes up and starts casting a spell. It's only going to affect you once, so it's going to stick it down. Okay. Range 120. Let's plonk it down there. Spell it right. Of course, I don't have a. Do I have one that's the right color? Oh no, I do actually have it. Okay, awesome. That's way too big. Okay, that's way too big. So circle. I better wait until he gets back, because Mage is using its most unpleasant spell. Well, okay, I want to see if this fills you with a certain dread, because the name certainly should. Cloud Kill. Creates a field of it creates a heavily obscured field on this 20 foot. So I've measured it wrong. So hold on, 20 foot. Is that the correct size then? Yes, the original token is the right size. Oops, that was my fault for moaning at the dev for making it too small, taking it too big. It is the right size. So, yes, there we go. Plug it right there. Right. It is using the 5th level spell Cloud Kill. Create a 20-foot sphere of yellow-green fog centered on a point within range. The fog lasts for a duration, or until strong winds, such as one created by gust of wind, disperses it, ending the spell. The area is heavily obscured. Each creature in the sphere makes a con save, taking 5d8 poison damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. A creature must also make this save when the sphere moves onto their space, when it enters or ends its when it enters the sphere or ends its turn there. The creature makes this save only once per turn. The sphere moves 10 feet away from you at the start of each of your turns. So yeah, it would actually keep moving 10 feet forward. That's irritating. So yes, anything within the sphere must make a con save. So it's all three. It's four of the wives, Kid Ryu, and Jacob. That's him. I'll roll the damage now because it's okay. So 5d8. 15. No, no. He takes half because he succeeded. Yeah. All the ones who didn't run forwards. So Generic Bride Alpha, Bernadette, Brandy, and Sherry. That's a fail. So she takes the 15. Yeah, anything under a 16 is a fail. 7, yeah. 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 It's all right. Okay. It's okay. I don't think you can do anything else during its turn. Bonus action. Action bell. No, no, that's all it can do. Um. Okay, it is Generic Wife's turn. Big green circle. Um, well, it's the light green circle that's covering certain people. Um, hold on, there might be a problem with that. You can't see them. You the cloud casts the being inside the cloud has the same effect as blinded. Sorry. Um, just, there we go. And where did you want it? How far did you want it to go forward? Yeah, yeah. So she's up by Ryoko. Yeah, it was only Bernadette, Brandy, and Sherry. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I forget that you can't see my notes. Oh no, actually on the stream you should be able to see the names. But they'll just be really, really small. Ah, yes. I'm going to double check. Because I don't think you can. Yes, it does, but it only moves 10 feet. Um, actually, um, you can. So, Jack, if you wanted to still hold your action to cast your channel divinity, you could if you wanted to. I'll let you redecide that one because, as I said, I believed it was one thing. I've just double checked, and it is actually you can do it. So I will let you retcon that one if you want. If you want to do that. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that's only status effects. Yeah. I assume you mean for when all three of them emerge from the cloud. Yeah. I was just being so your wording is some DMs are assholes. They'd be like, "Oh, you said until they emerged. Oh, I assume you meant one of them." It's like, no, no, I'm pretty sure Mura means when all three are out. Why won't you just be a good boy and die? Mm. That's why you've got my DM screen now for that. Mm. Well, as I said, it'll be more useful to you than it will ever be for me. Because, as I said, I don't play games in real life, so. And your group is literally called Roll for Initiative, so. Yeah. And I didn't even know that until I got there, so. Mm. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's the end of that character's turn, isn't it? Okay, so it is A's turn. Okay, so. Okay, I need to check a thing. Because it looks like they don't get a bonus to their. Because it's athletics I need to do for. To get the weeds off, isn't it? Well, I think on an 11 he probably failed. $11. Oh, awesome. Oh, there are these weeds. Okay, use this action to get out, and it's moved towards you, but it can't actually do anything else. So it's. I did forget that actually. So. And 10 from the arrow. Yeah. So yeah, I've corrected that. Okay, now it's Fang's turn. So Jack, I hope you've been planning whatever you're going to do. You can move. Okay. You can move up to there. It moves 10 feet. Yeah. So what you mean is you want to move 10 feet forward so you remain obscured by the cloud, by the fog, and then get close enough you can jump them if they come around it or attack. Good plan. Good plan. Um, so yeah, 2 squares. You got 5 foot on it anyway, so yeah, I would probably take a step to your middle. So you're like step sort of. I would say to go one down, so you're um, here, because then you're closer to the center. So if things come around, you might be able to get both. Because they're not going to want to go through that shit. They're going to go around it, and they're not going to see you until the last second. Um, and yeah, so is that all Fang can do? No, no, because I let you hold it from the your turn. So yeah, you're still holding it until his next turn. So okay, so we're back to the hunters. Um, okay, they've got a movement speed of. Okay, so they're going to go their full. They're going to dash 75, 25. D, F, and then C. Now it's Jacob's turn. Okay. Yeah, well. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The second of their mages is coming up. Oh, bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. I'm trying to think what would these bastards do? And I know exactly what they would freaking do. I know what they'd do. She'd use her. Oh no. Okay. You're in a field where you're basically. Okay, I need to check this because I don't want to like do something that's effectively blinded. Blinded condition. Can't see. Attack rolls against you have advantage, but they can't see you anyway. So yeah, that would cancel it out. So yeah, it wouldn't have. You wouldn't have. And it doesn't state. Oh, you can't see and automatically fail any ability checks that require sight. Okay. Does this require sight? Okay. Are deck saves based on sight? Okay, this is an official one. If I was blinded creature automatically fails any ability checks or requires sight. This says nothing about saving throws for those who are blinded, only ability checks. There's no attack roll. Only a saving throw. A deck saving assumes the person is trying to dodge something they see. Poses no modifier. Casting attack. Stratified. And a low roar. So there's sound. Okay, I'm willing to go with that. I think that's fair. Okay, so I just was made. I just casting a 5th level spell at you again. They're casting a fireball into the cloud. So it would encompass the exact same area as the cloud. A 20-foot blast into the. That's why I was checking whether, because it states ability checks based on sight. This is what I was just talking to myself about. It states ability checks based on sight. The save for Fireball states a deck save, but it is not specific to it being based on sight. And the flavor text for Fireball indicates there is a whooshing sound of flames as the fireball approaches. So there is a warning sign based off of your hearing. So being blind would not give you disadvantage on the save. That's why I was just checking because I was like, technically, does it work? Which way does it go? And the majority of people were saying it doesn't. It's like there's sound, there's things, there's that. Kinryu's not in there. Yeah, it's just three of the brides who are still in the blast. I feel really cheap doing this. Like, um, yeah, it's and these guys consider your guys to be traitors and scum, and the yeah, and you're attempting to stop their war. So this is going to be this is going to be 10d6 fire damage. Dex saving throw. I will allow it. I will allow it. They have pretty much the exact same stats. Oh, nat 20. Nice. I think it just means they're going to get the half. Brandy's failed. Brandy's the only one who's failed. No, that's it. That's all three. No, but it's the same stat. Same stat. Same stat block. That's the bit I'm just going to roll. 10d6. Okay, for everyone. There it is. 40. Sherry was the only one who failed on death saves.
It's not funny! It's never been funny! It's never gonna be funny!
Given that the bad guys are at the start of the turn order, you don't want it to. When it moves 10 feet, they'll emerge from the cloud. If they blow the cloud away, the bad guys have got a clear shot at them, and they will shoot. Uh, well, that's the end of their turn, so it is Charleston's turn. No. You could hold a heal. No, no, no. You could hold a heal. You could hold a heal until the cloud moves away. Because remember, during the caster's turn, the spell's going to move. So what you do is you hold your heal until the cloud moves, and then you heal. Skibbity could potentially move into a more advantageous position because Skibbity's turn is before the mage. You'd only have to circle around to your right. Well, you'd have to sort of go back a bit, but if you were, cloud goes forward, that goes there. If you were here, I'll ping it. Sort of down here. So to your 7 o'clock, you could do it. Yeah. But like I said, well, the wonderful thing is you could do that while dashing and then circle back. And also it's not your wolf's action. You do it on Skibbity's turn, it's not their action. Yeah. Drive by. Yeah. I mean, it's not great, but it's a possible solution. Just throwing these ideas out there. But aside from that, is that all Charleston can do? Yeah, you're next. Yeah, we're like, you are literally last. I know. I know, it hasn't yet. Technically, the cloud would be an object. If they count if players sometimes count the freaking moon as an object, I would say a cloud counts. Yeah, they would count for that purpose. Yeah, very beefy people who are very good at hunting people at range. Hmm. Okay, so it's Kinryu's turn. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, well, we're back up to the start of the turn order with Brandy. So is Brandy going to leg it? Okay, Brandy's up with Kinryu now. Yeah. Hey, if it gets you to Sanctuary. You, the, okay, so next is Bernadette. Yeah. Hmm? That explains why the viewer count went down, but I didn't really notice. You could always just use the version that's on PlayStation. No, because he's busy. He's got like 15 characters to play. Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's why I didn't suggest it until like I just suddenly thought like I only literally thought about it this like a moment ago. Like, oh, you could always actually watch the stream on your PlayStation. Then you probably wouldn't get half this shit. Yeah, but I just wouldn't want to like while you got all the other stuff going on like. Um, okay, so Ryoko. I think we would just. Ryoko was out, and Ryoko was pretty much at the front of the pack. No, no, they've got the big gas cloud in the way. Mm. Yeah, good idea. Yeah. Okay, so after Ryoko, it's shut. No, because her turn's after these two. So it's Shadowhunter D and E. So D's got no shot, so he's gonna be pretty pissed and just have to run up to the edge of the cloud because he can't get around it. And E is going to do the exact same thing. They can't get around it either. Not in one turn. So they've sprinted and they haven't cleared it. Okay, now it's Sherry's turn. So it's her first death save. That's a pass. No, you need to get 3. 3 successes. But she always. No, because she automatically takes one from being in the cloud at the end of her turn. So she automatically gets one fail. Yes. No, no. You said when they're all three are out. Um, so, I got it the wrong way. Actually, no. Okay, next is that mage. So he's going to. So the cloud moves. Right, no, it's at the end of his turn, so he can't doesn't really have any concentrations, non-concentration spells. So she's just going to run up with the rest of her group, and it moves 10 feet away from her. Oh, that's not quite. There we go. Wasn't quite sitting properly on its axis, so she's out of the cloud. Now it's Skibbidy's turn. Uh, okay. So long, yeah, there we go. Skibbity, Ollie. As long as you touch that line, you are technically in line of sight of her. Do you see where the measurement line is? Yeah. Yeah, as I said, you've only got to touch it, so conserve your movement. Just go, like, stick your ass end in it, because you just want Charleston to touch it. So that saves you 5 feet of movement. Well, I think it's more just getting her off of her death saves. Mm, that does give you more options. Okay, so that would be the end of Skibbidy's turn, I assume? Well, once you've moved away. Okay, Braveheart. Well, remember, it's Braveheart's turn, not Fang's turn. Mm. That's still running. No, because it requires concentration. So you can only cast it on one thing. Um, yes, but you'll need to have Fang move you into a more optimum position. Fang's turn is in 2 characters after this, so it's generic wife, then Shadowhorn Hunter A, and then Fang. Well, yeah, you do it once they get in range. No, that's the problem about being the effectively the holding action, the holding one. You kind of have to roll with it. No one is sure. Trust me, no one's sure. And I have put you against some particularly nastily designed enemies. No, trust me, I use their abilities how I deem tactical for them. I don't always use everything they have. Like sometimes I redecide, like after I've made them, like Yeah, I think these are probably a little bit too much, and so don't have them throw everything at you. Okay, so it's generic wife A. That's how it goes sometimes. You don't lose anything though. That is the one good thing about that. You haven't lost anything. Yeah. Mass healing words, less restoration is the condition one. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just having a bit of a issue with Roll20 a second. Oh, for fuck's sake, stupid bloody thing. I need to just. I've accidentally wiped off something. There we go, initiative rolls. I knocked off some of your initiative rolls by accident. Okay, so Fang was 15. Kinyu was. It's basically knocked off my manual. The ones I put on manually. So it's just going to take me a second just to. Oh, and it also knocked off. Oh, that's weird. So I'm just quickly manually putting them back on. Team. Sorry about this. So I had to reload the encounter, and it wiped off all the. It wiped off a lot of the initiatives. Fortunately, I've got the game log, so I can just pull them back up. But it just took me a little while to just manually write them back in. Okay, so we should be at. Who just took their turn? Brandy. Oh no, generic wife. So Shadowhorn A would be next. Who's at the front? Actually, before her turn ends, um, generic wife, you see a dust cloud approaching in front as you're the furthest. Some things are heading towards you very, very fast. Can you roll perception for me? Yes. Yep. She does spot something. Because it would be very difficult to avoid seeing a large wolf clanking towards you very, very fast. Yes, but it's clanking. To her, it looks extraordinarily frightening. Um, on the top of it is a large, unfamiliar animal that she's never seen before. It's purple and carrying a large weapon. No. Yeah. I hadn't even left, and they were like, yeah. When are you coming back, Hawk? I haven't left yet. I'd normally make a joke about it, but just in case, it would be one of those cup. It would be one of those. It would be one of those cup of tea fill lines. Like I make any kind of joke about that, and that's when she comes into the chat. Like your streams are just horny stuff. And it's like no, there has been no horny stuff this stream. And what's happened? She's not here. She's not here, Hulk Hogan. Oh, sorry. I watched that Linkara thing with the Warrior comic. Hulk Hogan. No, when he does Warrior comic #1 and like the Warrior comic Christmas special, him and I think it's Spoonie just do that whole sort of Hulk Hogan, just inane rubbish. That was the fourth one, third or fourth one. Okay, so let's continue the combat. Okay, Shadowhorn Hunter A. Okay, is the one who was actually like the furthest back, so he's gonna run up as well. 85, 95. You can get one more. Okay. He's he's not quite visible yet. If he'd moved a little bit further around, he'd have been visible, but he isn't quite visible yet. But he can't do anything else, so it's Fang's turn. Yeah, if you circle around to the top, you could definitely intercept Hunter A. Then again, you could literally just cycle around and clobber the hell out of Hunter A. What you'd want to do is do a little bit like what. Okay, I don't want to take your turn for you, but what I would suggest is like do exactly like Ollie did with his heel. Going close, but without getting close enough that you would touch them, and so that you hit them with hit as many of them as possible. So you want to get, you've got to consider how much movement you've got. So how much have you used to get to there? Because you've got 100 feet. So that's 20 feet. So you've got 80 feet left. And your thing hits 30 feet. So let's get you a measure. Circular measure. Just for, okay, so that's your 30 feet. That's what would hit if you were there. Yeah, but you can't go across that way because you'll go through the cloud. And you also can't go straight through, you've got to circle around this guy. Because otherwise he'll get an opportunity to attack you. But he'll only get that once, so you've only got to worry about going past him once. He'll have a swing at you once, but he's an archer. So I probably wouldn't worry about it. Well, that would be 25, that would be 40, what, 45? And then you got your escape. So you run in, you hit it there, and then you got your 40 feet to get back out. Okay, so let me just check Hunter A to see if he's actually got a... He might not even have a melee weapon. I don't think I... Actually, he does. Yeah, it's got a melee weapon, so yeah, he will get a hit on you. But he'll only get the one. Okay. So I'll roll to hit on his melee weapon. He's hitting you because you're the bigger target as you're going past. So he's taking a swing at you with his dagger. Dirty 22 to hit. So does that hit? You have an AC of 19. So that hits. No, 22. 22. So he's hitting you for 10 damage, 10 slashing damage, and 7 necrotic damage, which I believe you've got resistance to. Yeah, so you only take 3 down. You take 13 damage in total. But he doesn't get a swing at you when you go back, so that's going to be the only hit you take. Yeah. So every 30 feet. So that's the mage, 2, 3 hunters. Yeah, the mage and 3 hunters. So what do they need to roll? Okay, so they've got to get a 15. Yes. There's definitely a problem with their wisdom saving throw from what I'm looking at. Because their wisdom saving throw shouldn't be this high. No, I'm just going to check something because their wisdom saving throw doesn't look right. Hold on, I'm just checking where I made them because I think I made a typo. The problem with Roll20 is sometimes it crashes out. And I've got a feeling that something went wrong when I was doing these because I wouldn't have given them plus 13 or wisdom saving throw. No. Shadowthorn Barbarian has a 9. Shadowhorn Hunter has plus 7. Yeah, they're supposed to have a plus 7, but for some reason it's put it to plus 13. I thought something was wrong. It's giving them a plus 17 and a plus 13 on their dex and wisdom saving throws. I don't know what the hell I've done quite wrong there, but I know it's only supposed to be plus 6. So, okay. So if I had plus 3... Okay, if I use that roll and then minus off 7 from their roll, that would be how I intended it to be. So, okay, so minus 6, so that would be 11. Second one, and again an 11. Okay, that one definitely passed it because he got like a 19 plus 6. So, the last one was the mage. Okay, the mage, I can understand it having quite a high thing because that is its stat. One of its stats. But it got a 12. So what did it need to get? 15. So it looks like one of them passed. Yeah. So I'm going to have it that Hunter E. So yeah, only Hunter E out of those set is not afraid. So that's all the ones closest to you and Sherry. Well, closest to you. Sherry, the one closest to Sherry is not afraid. So I think it's time for you to book it out of there, if you're going to. No, she's too big. Okay. But the best part is that means the ones that are closest to you, well, the ones that are afraid of you, can't move any closer. Well, they don't have to move away from him, they just can't move any closer to him. That's turn undead where they move away. No, you well, yeah, just don't move in a straight line from it. So just move in a straight line from where you are now, not into the path of the thing. You just move another 20 feet back, so you've got another 20 feet. I'd say that was a pretty effective little smash and grab. Okay. Okay, so it was B, F, and C next. So okay, B's caught a glimpse of you, and he's going to start taking shots. So he's taking a shot with his bow. 23 to hit. No, I only ever say what I've rolled. So you're the one who knows your armor class. Okay, so that's a hit. Okay, so 12 damage. Well, 12 piercing damage. And then 7 necrotic damage. Yeah, so you just take half. Three. Second shot's coming in. 25 to hit. Well, you rolled 25. So that's going to be another hit. Big damage, 18 damage. Piercing damage. 5 necrotic. And last shot. Freaking hell, this one's been rolling nicely. 27 to hit. 14 piercing damage. 6 necrotic. So that'd be 3. Them's the risks of being a hero. Okay, F's going the other way. C. C is going to join the ones going the other way. Because there's already quite a few of them seemingly to him heading northward on the top side of the map. So he's going to go the opposite side of the map. Okay, it's Jacob's turn. Oh, it's Cup of Tea Phil. Oh, Cup of Tea Phil. You're here. You're not cursed. Okay. A solid plan. Well, you're going to dash almost into your allies. As you dash forward, you see a large robotic wolf heading towards you, heading in the opposite direction. Well, heading straight at you. With Felder sitting on the top of it, wearing armor. And a strange Centaurian girl riding alongside, sort of cantering alongside. And your Owlin ally from before flying with them. I might be cursed, you don't know. No, you're not cursed, Cup of Tea Phil. Cup of Tea Phil. Yeah, I'm the only one with Danhausen merch. Yeah. Oh no, not these creepy centaurs again. What is with this Cup of Tea Phil business? Well, it's because you're not Pepsi Phil. That's CM Punk. You know, CM Punk is Pepsi Phil, and you don't like, you're not a big Pepsi drinker, so you're a Cup of Tea Phil. Cup of Tea Phil. Okay, Shadow. Okay, so next one on the list is, after Jacob, is Shadowhorn Mage. The one who got everyone stuck at the start. It's gonna be fine. It's running over to its sort of sister, like trying to shake her out of the like, what's wrong with you? Okay, it's a wrestler. No, CM Punk is a wrestler, but you're not. Yeah. Okay, so Charleston, it's your turn. Not everyone knows all these wrestling people. Well, yeah, that's why I explained it. That's a good point. Jack said he got 2 hit points left. Nice. Okay. Well, it's Kinryu's turn now. Well, you are supposed to be running, so it makes sense to keep going. Yeah, that. Yeah, and you could end up falling out of the sky. Okay. Nice. Okay, well, it's the start of your allies' turns. As Apanak has arrived. Lovely, charming Nurk he is. Well, it's not. It's not that big. It's more of a mech. Okay, is it? Okay, it's got 200 range. Can his sniper rifle hit one of them from here? Yes. Yeah, there we go. That one's in range. Bang, and the scum are gone. Okay, he's going to use his Blackstone Ebony. He's going to use his Blackstone 50 cal. And he's going to break out some of his depleted black stone slugs for the additional damage. Okay, so roll to hit. 22, that's a hit. So that's 20 piercing damage and 23 fire damage. So that's 43 damage to Hunter A. Okay, he only gets the one shot, so so that's Alpanak's turn done. The guy beside him is bleeding very very badly now, as he's just taken a freaking 12-inch slug to his chest. Yeah, Blackstone is not good for your lungs. Could end up with you being cursed. Okay, so okay, what's she got in terms of bonus actions? Okay. The cleric is gonna ride towards you. I don't think she's got any spells in range. 120 feet. Oh, fog cloud. No, that won't help. How are you doing healing wise, the ones who are up at the front? Or could you use a little bit more healing? Okay, so I'll cast mass healing word on the brides. I'll make it her highest level, so there we go. It's only 14, so 14 health back. No, she's too far away, sadly. To make it a long range shot. So on disadvantage. Okay, so what you see basically is what Kinryu sees is Felder come riding past on a mechanized wolf. On its head are various weaponry, or on its shoulders, basically. Um, no, actually, something else. You hear a sort of Felder starts talking to it. Okay, I think we need to help them out. Yes, we need to help them. And they need to stop calling me Wolfie. I don't like being called Wolfie. So it's going to be a disadvantage. So still got 18 to his Gatling cannon on his first hit. The first poor freaking Hunter A is not expecting this. There's a hail of bullets comes pummeling out of this robotic wolf. And wow. Second shot, again, disadvantage. Oh wait, no, it's not a disadvantage. Because Felder's within close range, so pat tactics. I roll that normally. So we'll roll that again, but without disadvantage. I'd still miss. Second shot misses. Oh, what's burst fire do? Spray and pray. Oh no, we're at long range, so. And the last of the group is going to be Felder. Who's hasn't really got her own new weapon yet. So it's got any spells that can hit 100 feet. Firebolt, Sentry, Caustic Burn, Warding Bomb. No. Oh, Catapult though. One of the shells which was ejected from the Gatling cannon, which when it was going around, the brass shell, lands on the ground, and she's going to launch it at them with her catapult ability. So cast that. So yeah, it needs to make a dex saving throw, or it's taking 4d8 damage. No, not on an 8, it's not. The small piece of brass is lifted off the ground and flung at it at a ridiculous speed, close to the speed of sound. Doing an additional 18 damage. Unfortunately, you're sort of you're more downwind of things, shall we say? Um, Skibberty could, Riz could see it. Kinryu definitely saw it go riding past him. Um, but unfortunately, Braveheart's a little bit too far down range of the. Just saw the stuff coming at him, like, and the guy who was scared of you, just stood there, just getting hit by. He gets hit in the chest, slumps forward, then gets hit again. And you see him basically getting, robocopped. Oh, no. And I think there's any. Oh no, there is one more. I've got the homunculus that is her assistant. Is Felder's assistant. Have they got a spell that could hit? Yes, and it's a classic. Eldritch Blast. Unless it wants to go wild shape. No wild shape. No. I can't remember if I made this a Titan one. What ability did I give this one? Choosing traits, features, class features, wild shape. No, it was just a normal one. So yeah, that one's gonna. She's gonna move in as well, and that should be enough range for Eldritch Blast. See if we can finish off that last guy. Not the last guy, but Oculus. Dirty 26, it looks like. No, it's a nat 20. Freaking nat 20 on the last roll of. Okay, crit damage. 11. You know what? It's enough to finish him. Oh wait, no, that's just the first hit. It's Eldritch Blast, so it gets. Second. Yeah. That kills it. The last bit of ethereal energy shoots out and just collapses the guy onto the ground. Hunter A. I think that's where we'll end up leaving it for tonight. As your allies have arrived to help you push on to the temple. So we'll continue this next week. Tomorrow will be Final Fantasy V, and next Tuesday we'll be back with the 300-year challenge on OpenTTD and Fuck Pierre on Stardew Valley. So we'll see you then. Till then, thank you to our players, and when I find the button, it's good night. No, 'cause I'm just doing the credits.